So, hello Anna, and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
I would like to start by welcoming you to Core Worlds. And for those of you who don't know Anna, she is the coordinator of Brahma Kumaris Meditation Center in Lebanon. Anna, would you like to start by telling us a bit about yourself and about your journey?
First of all, I would like to thank you for inviting, for hosting this event, and to thank everyone who has dedicated this time to be with us. So thanks to everyone. I've been in Lebanon for the last 14 years. The aim that brought me here was to start a meditation center, originally from Greece, and my background is academic studies. Maybe hoping that we'll find some answers there. I didn't. Satisfy my heart. So I found myself in 1987 entering this journey in the light, you can say, towards truth. And I'm still here, hopefully closer and closer to truth, to the true self, and to what is the really the purpose of our life.
Fantastic, thank you, Anna. I speak today on behalf of myself and my brothers and sisters at Core and all the other viewers from the different parts of the world. I hear also from Brazil and Mexico. So each and every one of us on a different stage and a different path towards spiritual growth, towards a bigger realization of the self. Which brings me to the first question that I would like to ask. What is the objective of meditation? What are we really trying to achieve? Is it simply mindfulness, or is it something more? Because we're all challenged to quiet the monkey mind. So is meditation really
Very good question. Good in the sense that we all relate to this thing called mind. That jumps all over the place. And interestingly enough, no one has ever taught us what to do with our mind. So many schools and so many universities, and we get to know so many things, but not about our mind. So meditations very much connect with this. It's about through understanding, through wisdom, I would say, that we need to acquire, and through practice, we learn how to master the mind. It's about being sovereigns of the self, sovereigns of the mind, and sovereigns of. And when we master our mind, and I'm not saying that this can happen overnight, but it is an And it's about becoming the masters of the self.
Thank you. Yes. So, so what you're saying is basically that meditation for us to connect with our true self, and later on, through that connection, we can maybe in just being who we truly are. Is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
So I also want to ask you if you see any connection between meditation, relaxation, thinking, and visualization.
Very much so. When we meditate, and when we meditate successfully, because in the beginning, as we said, it's not as easy to master the mind, but it's guaranteed that it will happen if we dedicate ourselves, if we practice. So when this happens, when we have this connection with the true self, then the first result is relaxation. You feel relaxed. The body feels relaxed. The inner environment, the self, feels very relaxed, the feelings very calm. So this is one of the results, but it's not our only aim. It's not the aim of meditation. Because and we are very clear about who we are. And when we experience this life as the real person that we are, because we're very much confused about this, about who we are. And when we know what the aim of this life is and use our energies for this in order to fulfill this purpose of life, about this, about being clear about all of this. And this involves thinking, involves thoughts that are based on truth. That's why we said earlier that to start with, we need some information, some truth. Okay. And then, as we reflect on truth, we experience it, and gradually we become the truth. And interestingly enough, and since I'm coming from Greece, I'd like to use this word in Greek, which means alithia. In Greek it is alithia. Okay. And truth in Greek is alithia, and it means without forgetfulness. Alithia. Yes, it's about remembering without lithi, forgetfulness. Okay. So to meditate means to, in a way, remember after reflecting on thoughts of truth. And we could also say that it is a natural state because we all have experienced moments where we feel connected with our true self without having any official approach as such, without sitting or making a time for it. It is when we feel great because the truth is, it couldn't be more positive. It is the maximum of positivity. So it doesn't mean that whenever we feel good, we are with the truth. But if we are with the truth, meaning with the true self and with clarity, definitely we feel great.
That's nice. You mentioned the question, who are we? And meditation leads us to getting to know who we are, which is a question I think we've all seekers been challenged with. So, who are we? What is the self? What is the soul?
Mm-hmm. this seems to be the eternal question. And it is amazing that as many people you ask, so are the questions. Although we are the answers, sorry. Although we are of the same nature, so the answer should be the same. So when you ask someone, what is a human being? What are the organs of the body? Then the people who know will give the same answer. But when it comes really to the human spirit, to the real self, not only the body, but this other part, everyone has their own idea, their own opinion. So how can we come to one opinion? I think this could be possible only when we look inwards, because our mind is very creative and can create many theories and many opinions about everything, and especially when we don't know. This source of thoughts, the source of the feelings, because there is an inner world within each one of us. Each one of us knows very well that there is someone talking within our head. There is a storyteller, someone who says stories of the time within the head. And we know that there are dreams, we know that there are memories, we make decisions, we discriminate. So there are all these subtle faculties. Where do they originate from? Where are all these happening? So I could see the self as the source of all of these qualities or faculties. And the source itself is a form of energy, subtle energy, different than the physical energy. So the self is a subtle point, infinitesimal point of life. And within this point of life, point of light, all these faculties happen.
Beautiful, thank you. So what I understand from what you said is that our definition of the self is could lead the beginners in meditation, and some questions that could lead also those who are more advanced. Starting with simple questions such as, what is the best time during the day to meditate? For how long should we meditate? Should our eyes be open or closed? Should we be seated, or should our legs be crossed? So these trivial questions, if you can answer them.
So meditation is a natural state. It is not as natural all the time now, but this is what we aim to reach with practice, that it is a natural state. Because, as we said, to meditate means to think about aspects of truth and experience truth. And this should be all the time, not only for 5 minutes, for half an hour. We should live in truth, in clarity. So that's the aim. But because we're very far from there, we need to have as often as possible throughout the day. We have a system that we call traffic control. That is every 1 hour, every 2 hours, whatever is possible, for a few minutes to again remind myself of my inner beauty and bring it into my life, into my interactions. Because meditation is not about me and myself and experiencing well, feeling good, but it's about sharing it with others. So until it becomes natural, we don't need any sessions of meditation or any centers of meditation. And we don't need any specific position as such for the body. Any position is fine, as long as it doesn't pull our attention, because the mind is at this point like an orphan that does not have anyone to master it, to guide it, and goes everywhere. So if we have distractions from outside, we don't help the self to learn to master the mind. The mind maybe at some point you will not be able to paint for whatever reason, or you will not be able to go to the nature, or you will not be able to be with your friends, or whatever. So am I able to stay connected with myself at my own control? And for this, I need to do a little bit more work. I need to see very clearly what are the blockages.
Mm-hmm. As they say, it's not about feeling good, it's about getting good at feeling.
Right.
Yes.
Very good.
So outside of this fabricated surrounding intended to introduce the meditative state, how can one achieve that serenity in their daily chaotic lives? So essentially, what do you need to do to bring peace to yourself in those circumstances of chaos during our daily lives?
When we don't have a nice setting,
yes,
music and nice lights and nice friends who meditate with us, and nature, yes. It's not always like this, definitely. And life is work, is relationships. So the aim of meditation is to have clarity